What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Hoops and Stuff podcast. I'm your host, Isaac, and today we're going to be talking about the NBA playoffs. They just started, so I figured it would probably be the right time to talk about them before we get too deep into the playoffs. Starting off with round one in the West, our first matchup that we see is the Nuggets versus Timberwolves. I have the Nuggets winning. Jokic is one of the best centers in the NBA right now, and he has solid role players around him. Like Reggie Jackson and Jamal Murray are two solid guards around him, and he has other people too, like Aaron Gordon. But the Timberwolves should put up a good battle because in the regular season against the Nuggets, they're 2-2, so it should be a pretty good battle. And the Timberwolves have Rudy Gobert at their center, so he should be able to hold Jokic to a little less points than he usually has. Next matchup, we see the Suns play the Clippers. For this one, I have the Suns winning because if Kevin Durant plays this whole series, I think the Suns should be able to take the series easily. The Clippers are a great team, but I really like the Suns this year. The Suns and Clippers are 2-2 in the regular season too, so it's pretty even between these teams. That's why they're the 4 and 5 seed. But if Kevin Durant can stay healthy, I think the Suns will do good. The next matchup is the Kings and the Warriors. Personally, I have the Warriors winning. I'm a Warriors fan, so I really have to have faith in my team. But Steph Curry is one of the greatest shooters of all time, and Klay Thompson isn't too far behind in my opinion. And if Andrew Wiggins can play at a solid level, because he did just come back, so he might not be putting up those numbers that he was before he left. But after the game that we seen him play last night, he did pretty solid, and I'm just hoping that he can keep going with that solid play. I think the Warriors can probably take this in 6 games. But the Kings are doing pretty good this season. They haven't made the playoffs in 16 years, and now they're the 3 seed, so that's pretty good for them. Next up, we got the Grizzlies versus the Lakers, and this is going to be the last matchup in the first round for the West. We see I'm going to say we see the Grizzlies win. The Grizzlies have a great team with Ja and Jaren, but I really don't like Dillon Brooks. They have multiple young players that are good, like Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bane, and even Santi Aldama is okay. The Lakers do have 2 wins to the Grizzlies 1 in the regular season, though, so it should be a tough matchup. Obviously, the Lakers have LeBron James, but LeBron James is a great player in the playoffs. But I really hope that the Grizzlies take this because I am a really big Ja fan, so I really want to see them make it pretty far. Alright, next up for the East, for the first round, we see the Bucks versus the Heat. I have the Bucks winning. This should be a pretty easy series for the Bucks. I mean, they're definitely going to make it pretty far if they can stay healthy. I mean, we've seen Giannis be out for a couple weeks here and there with injuries and stuff. But other than that, I think if they can stay healthy, they're going to make it far. I really wish that the Heat would have won the championship in the bubble because I really like the Heat, but I feel like ever since the bubble, when they played in the finals against the Lakers, they just haven't played at the same level. The next matchup is the Cavs versus the Knicks. I have the Cavs winning. The Knicks took game 1 of the series, but the Cavs put up a really good game against them, so I think they're going to come back and win the series. Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are a great backcourt, and Jarrett Allen and Evan Mobley are 2 great big men. Evan Mobley still being young too, so he's definitely gonna get better. And same thing with Darius Garland. He's also pretty young, so he's gonna definitely get better. And the Knicks are also really good, but I think this should be a really good series, and it's gonna be super close. The next matchup we have is the 76ers versus the Nets. I have the 76ers winning. The Nets have been playing great, but Joel Embiid and James Harden are a great duo, so I have to go with the 76ers. Joel is probably going to be MVP. I think he should be MVP in my opinion. But you can't doubt Joel. He's been playing at an MVP level for the last few years, and he's just a great player all around. I do really like Mikal Bridges for the Nets, though. He just got traded there at the trade deadline this season. Next up, we see the Celtics play the Hawks. I have the Celtics winning. The Celtics have a pretty easy first game against the Hawks that we just watched yesterday, and obviously the Celtics won. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are one of the best duos in the NBA right now. I mean, they're just unstoppable. Next up for round 2, in the West, we see the Nuggets. If my predictions are right, I should say that before I start going with these games. But if my predictions are right, the West, we would see the Nuggets versus Suns, and then I would have the Suns winning. The Nuggets winning. I would have the Nuggets winning. The Nuggets are the number 1 seed for a reason. They have one of the best teams in the NBA with the record that they have, and the Suns probably won't stop that. It seems like Chris Paul just literally is not able to win a ring, and by the second round, Kevin Durant could be hurt. So you never know with the Suns. Next up, we have the Warriors versus the Grizzlies. I have the Warriors winning this round again. A lot of people are doubting the Warriors. Like, a lot of people that I've talked to, say that the Warriors are gonna lose to the Kings, but I think the Warriors will make it pretty far. This is one of my favorite rivalries, though, the Warriors versus the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies and the Warriors are two great teams, but the Grizzlies are too young right now to beat this Warriors team, I feel like, because the Warriors are just an older team. They have a lot of experience, so I think they're going to be able to take the Grizzlies in the playoffs. The Grizzlies are a really good regular season team, but when it comes to the playoffs, it seems like they don't really make it that far the last couple of years because they have a really young team, so they don't have as much playoff experience as other teams. Next up for the second round of the East, again, if my predictions are right, I have the Bucks versus the Cavs. I have the Bucks winning. The Bucks match the Cavs and then some. Every position that the Cavs have, the Bucks have, I feel like. And Giannis is going to carry this Bucks team far with help from Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, Bobby Portis, Brook Lopez, and more players. The Cavs are a solid team, and they should put up a pretty good fight, but I think the Bucks will be pretty good. They'll probably get it in if they don't get it in 4, I bet they'll get it in 5. Next up, we have the 76ers versus Celtics, and man, this is really hard to choose because these are both great teams, but I have to go with the Celtics. This is probably going to be one of the best matchups in the whole playoffs, and this is definitely going to be a phenomenal series. The Celtics are just better, like I said, with that unstoppable Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown duo. They're just great. Next up, we have round 3 for the West. Nuggets versus Warriors. I have the Warriors winning. I can't doubt the Warriors. They're just too good. And obviously, that's my team. Like I said earlier, that's my team. I can't doubt that Warriors team, especially with them, being my favorite team. They have so much playoff experience, and as of right now, their main players are healthy, like Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Andrew Wiggins just came back. They have Draymond Green, and Kevin Looney's we've seen him be pretty decent lately. The Nuggets should put up a really good series, though. I think the Warriors will probably have to go to a Game 7. And then for the East, we have the Bucks versus Celtics, the 1 seed versus the 2 seed. But I had the Celtics winning. The Celtics really want revenge from last year, where they didn't make, they did make the finals, but they didn't win the finals. And I feel like they want it more, so they're gonna try harder. This was another really hard decision for me to make because these are both great teams. Giannis, great for the Bucks. Jason Tatum, great for the Celtics, and they both have great players around them. But I have to go with the Celtics. And then for the finals, it's going to be another Warriors versus Celtics finals, I'm saying. And as a Warriors fan, I really want to see the Warriors go back-to-back finals and win it. But like I just said, the Celtics really want that championship, especially after they lost to the Warriors last year in the finals. This is going to be a really, really good playoffs, I feel like. And the Celtics really just want that. They want that revenge, and they really want the championship. So they're going to try super hard to get that. That's my playoff predictions for the season. But let me know down in the comments what you guys think, who's going to win the championship, or what do you guys think about my predictions. And if you enjoyed, hit the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time on the Hoops and Stuff podcast.